Hey, welcome to another episode of Coffee and HEMA, where I try and make a point about HEMA and the time it takes for my coffee to brew. Today, I wanted to talk about putting physical fitness training into your fencing classes and sort of what level of explicit fitness training you should be putting in. And the short answer that would not make for a very long video, but would certainly finish in the time it takes to make a coffee is none. No, but I want to explain that. I think the explanation is kind of important. I'm certainly not saying that people as a student shouldn't be doing fitness training. Although I am personally not very good at maintaining a routine, absolutely 100% strength and fitness will make a difference to your fencing, right? Both in terms of your ability to perform a given action, at any given moment in time, but then also your ability to keep doing consistently well even after you've done, 10 matches or 2 hours of fighting or whatever you want to happen to be. Your fitness levels are important. They absolutely are. There's no denying it. No fencing system ever has said it's not important to be strong and fast and quick or have endurance, right? So why shouldn't you put it in your training class? Well, for the most part, we have classes which are kind of 2 hours. It's pretty standard sort of length of class. Probably some of that time is devoted to sparring. So realistically speaking, most people have like hour, half an hour, hour and a half, depending on how they want to cut it, to actually do some kind of teaching. And for the most part, people are there to learn that aspect to it. That's the expertise that they're coming for. That is what's coming through. And that is probably the only opportunity to drill sword fighting. Fitness can be done in the home. Fitness can be done, before you go to work. Fitness can be done going to the gym after work. And I really should stop doing my laundry before doing these calls. These are better places and more time efficient ways for students to do it, rather than using the time within a class. But also trying to getting people completely exhausted before doing the drills will make them worse at doing the drills. It will have a detrimental effect on specifically the sword-based training that you're trying to do within training exercises, and ambiguously, will it affect other people? And then finally, managing the likely high variety of fitness levels you've got in your class, and getting everybody a meaningful fitness exercise within whatever time you're carving out for that, let's just say 20 minutes, is a very difficult task to be doing. Right, because everybody will have very specific fitness needs within that. So it's not the best place for them to do the fitness training. It's not the most time efficient place for them to fit their fitness training, into their general training regime. And it is going to detract from the sword-based training, which is probably why that they're there and probably what your expertise is in, unless you happen to also be a personal trainer as well as a sword teacher. That's not to say there cannot be highly physical elements of your drills, right? You can have drills which are more or less sparring games. You can have drills of varying intensity according to the student's needs. You can have drills that challenge their endurance by going on, at a high pace for a long period of time. That's all perfectly fine, right? But there you are training a sword skill at intensity, that the student can also manage quite easily on their own in terms of upping or decreasing it to match the fitness levels. Not training the fitness levels explicitly. So doing strength training, doing a high number of press-ups or burpees or whatever as part of your class is a bad idea. But do encourage your students to do it outside of class, to find those opportunities. Do do press-ups instead of videos when they're making a coffee. Do some kind of exercises at home. The star jumps, burpees, whatever it happens to be, go to the gym, whatever, outside of class, use the time you can to do that on your own to match to whatever your own personal fitness levels are. Just don't do it within the group class structure that we typically have for most HEMA classes. Thanks for watching.